You may be negative, but your system is still so weak that it can't fight off. You know, a yeast
Sorry, my heart is racing.
I was about 15 years old, and I remember him just sitting down with me, being like, this is kind of like what you got to do, Aaron, in your future. And
Like, you were a better singer when you were 12 than I am now. But you don't think that Aaron Rosenberg, his entertainment attorney, and Justin Bieber approve their questions when it's on Billboard? Of course they do.
Diddy's lawyers were trying to delay his trial because 3 more people were added to the federal case against him. New claims say Diddy might have been involved in mistreating child stars, including Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter was despicable, though, because he begged for help to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions.
There's also new evidence that raises doubts about Aaron's death. People are asking why there was no water in his lungs if he drowned in a bathtub, and why he had been speaking out about all this before he died.
Well, they said he died from that pneumonia.
Yes.
Just like Kim, just like Brittany Murphy. That pneumonia ain't no joke.
So what did Diddy have to do with Aaron's death? And was he on Diddy's target list? Let's get into it. In a shocking twist, reports say Sean Diddy Combs' lawyer suddenly walked out of a private legal meeting after being shown new evidence, leaked tapes that allegedly linked Diddy to secret freak-off parties. These parties were once vaguely mentioned by the late Aaron Carter. The news has rocked the entertainment industry, bringing back old accusations, reopening painful memories, and starting tough conversations many hoped were over.
She wants the world to see the death scene, where the bathroom where Aaron was found dead. And the reason for this is she is calling out the police.
Before he died in 2022, Aaron Carter often spoke about dark things happening in the music industry. He hinted at being betrayed by people he once trusted, and Diddy's name came up more than once. At the time, many people thought Aaron was just being emotional or unstable. But now, with new details coming to light, his words seem more like warnings that were ignored. The leaked tapes, which insiders say are very disturbing, reportedly show celebrity parties that match what Aaron described. Events filled with pressure, wild behavior, and serious moral concerns.
You may be negative, but your system is still so weak that it can't fight off. You know, a yeast.
Sorry, my heart is racing.
A source close to the case says Diddy's lawyer lost his cool after watching clips from the leaked tapes during a private meeting. Witnesses say the attorney slammed his briefcase shut, demanded the meeting end right away, and walked out without saying anything else. This wasn't just anger. It looked like real panic. It may be a sign that this leak is too big to cover up with PR or legal tricks. What makes this even more serious is what could come next. If the tapes are confirmed to be real, and if they show well-known people in bad situations, this could be a turning point for Hollywood, much like the Harvey Weinstein scandal in 2017. But in Diddy's case, the claims go even further, including manipulation, abuse, and possibly trafficking.
His prosecutors portrayed him as a monster who controlled people and plied them with threats, money, brandishing guns.
For years, there have been quiet rumors about Diddy's parties in the hip-hop world. People like Jaguar Wright and Choke No Joke have hinted at strange and disturbing events involving powerful names. Most stayed quiet out of fear. Aaron Carter wasn't one of them, and now, after his death, it looks like people are finally starting to listen. The leaked tapes are now being reviewed by several investigative teams, and there's growing pressure on Diddy to either speak out or prepare for serious legal charges. His lawyer's sudden walkout might be the first sign that things are starting to fall apart. But what makes all of this even more heartbreaking is that Aaron Carter's warnings are only being taken seriously now, after his death. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about Aaron Carter's mysterious death, with some reports suggesting it might be connected to Diddy. Federal investigators are said to be taking a closer look at Aaron's death and his past links to Diddy. They're reportedly planning to update Diddy's indictment with more charges. Investigators are also looking into other suspicious deaths of people tied to Diddy, including Aaron, who sadly died just one day after Diddy's birthday on November 5th, 2022.
Pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life.
Aaron Carter was a teen heartthrob in the 2000s and the younger brother of Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. But after finding fame, Aaron faced a lot of personal struggles, including mental health issues and substance abuse. Many believe it all started with some traumatic experiences early in his career. Now, old photos have surfaced showing a young Aaron spending time with Diddy, and they're definitely making people ask questions. Fans are now wondering if Aaron Carter might have been one of Diddy's youngest victims. But that's not the only shocking part. In the months before he died, Aaron was very outspoken, saying he knew serious secrets about powerful people in the music industry. He shared a lot of cryptic posts online, and shortly before he was found unresponsive in a bathtub, he even reached out to Kanye West, asking to have a conversation.
I'm on the fence about Kanye for a minute, but in my opinion right now, Kanye, you stupid as
And here's where things get even wilder. Kanye West later claimed that Aaron Carter was taken out by Harley Pasternak, his former personal trainer. Pasternak has been linked to rumors about MK Ultra and is believed by some to be a celebrity handler. Kanye also said that Pasternak once threatened him, saying he could have Kanye locked up in a mental institution.
Nigga killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't clear the Backstreet Boys sample.
Kanye also claimed he was threatened on behalf of unnamed powerful Jewish individuals, and one of those people is allegedly Harley Pasternak. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Federal investigators are reportedly looking into serious claims, including the possibility that Diddy used poison to silence people. Now, the deaths or near deaths of Aaron Carter, Kim Porter, and Jamie Foxx are all being looked into. Sources also say Aaron was about to reveal major secrets about Diddy, possibly even connecting him to a rumored Hollywood ring of powerful people who target young entertainers. So now the big questions are, did Aaron know something that could have exposed everything? And what really happened in his final hours? Just when it seemed like Aaron was turning his life around, the shocking news broke on November 5th, 2022. He was found unresponsive at home and declared dead. While he had battled addiction and mental health issues for years, there are still many unanswered questions about what truly happened that day.
I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, you look like you have AIDS, you should go die. I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life.
At first, most people thought Aaron had relapsed, overdosed, or maybe even taken his own life. The police didn't see his death as suspicious at first, but over the last 2 years, some strange and troubling details about his final hours have come out. The first police report said Aaron's housekeeper found him in the bathtub. However, the cause of death wasn't shared right away. An LA Times article published 2 days after Aaron's death said the LA County coroner did an autopsy, but was waiting for chemical test results to figure out the cause. Usually, toxicology reports take a few weeks, but it wasn't until April 2023, 5 months later, that the results were finally made public.
Tonight, we're learning that singer Aaron Carter autopsy results are being deferred. This is while police investigate the 34-year-old's death from over the weekend.
The LA County medical examiner later ruled that Aaron's death was an accidental drowning caused by inhaling compressed gas. When this news came out, many fans thought it was connected to Aaron's history of substance use, since he had been open about his struggles with addiction for years. Besides that, Aaron also faced eating disorders and body shaming, and just a few years before he died, he got treatment for those problems.
And yeah, I'm still so skinny and I don't, and that was the biggest one for me.
Because Aaron struggled so much with his mental health, some people thought he might have taken his own life, especially since he had a tough relationship with his family and didn't have strong support. But then things started to feel strange. Many fans online began to question the official story. They found old videos Aaron posted in the days before he died, where he talked about feeling unsafe at home and being scared for his life.
I had to go show off all the stuff my whole life that was going to be taken away from me.
To add to the mystery, it was reported that Aaron's neighbors, Anthony and Amanda Cheval, who were both medically trained, tried to help after hearing a 911 call over a police scanner. Here's where things start to get really strange. Aaron's house sitter reportedly refused to let his neighbors, Anthony and Amanda Cheval, inside to help. According to the Daily Mail, Amanda, who's a registered nurse, grabbed her defibrillator bag, ready to assist, but when they got to the door, the house sitter told them she couldn't let them in. Amanda later mentioned that the woman actually locked the front door and they could hear her running away from it. Even more bizarre, when the police arrived just minutes later, the house sitter apparently tried to stop them from entering the house. A spokesman for Aaron told the U.S. Sun, "It is with great regret that I confirm Aaron Carter was found unresponsive this morning in his home in Palmdale, California. The family has been notified and will be flying out to Los Angeles." Aaron worked very hard towards the end of his life in recovery to be a good father and to make amends with his family. Unfortunately, without proper recovery facilities available in our country and open borders, this is why we have an epidemic. An eyewitness at the scene on Saturday afternoon, local time, said it was chaos with police cars and news vans, along with neighbors standing around in the street. Devastated, Melanie could be seen wiping away tears and hugging friends as she watched from the sidelines. Neighbor Tony Cheval, a local photojournalist, told the U.S. Sun, "I have a police scanner for work and heard the call come in that there was an unresponsive male in the bathtub. My wife is a nurse and we headed over and banged on the door. She had her AED, automated external defibrillator, with her. A woman answered the door and was screaming, 'He's dead, he's dead,' but wouldn't let us in because she'd already called the cops. I spoke to Melanie afterward and she said it was his maid and questioned why she wouldn't let us in. Melanie drove up from Orange County. She was distraught." A second witness said his house sitter was seen looking shaken and spent time speaking with police inside before being escorted out with belongings and bags. They added the house sitter was the only person behind the police tape for a long time. Melanie had to wait hours before police would even tell her anything, and she was desperate to see their many pet dogs still in the house. A close friend told the U.S. Sun that they believe Carter did not die by suicide. He had been planning studio sessions with artists next week in Los Angeles to lay down new tunes for an album. You've got to admit, that's pretty sketchy. Why would she try to keep the police out, especially if there was a chance to save Aaron? But that's not all. Another theory revolves around Aaron's ex-fiancée, Melanie Martin. About a year before Aaron's death, it was reported that Aaron broke up with Melanie after finding out she was conspiring with his family to put him under a conservatorship. Many factors discussed with the police and coroner do not add up to a simple overdose, the child star's fiancé told The Sun. "I want to know what really happened so I can focus on raising our son Prince without constantly losing sleep on what happened to his father every night." His mother recently called for a real investigation because the coroner wrote it off as an accidental drug overdose, although she claims the family believes it may have been a potential homicide. Martin claimed that Carter's phone was not used in the 24 hours before he died and later found in his car, although he was inseparable from his iPhone, she told The Sun. "I never saw Aaron leave his phone unattended, especially well away from where he was found," she said adamantly. Melanie had been arrested after an incident with Aaron, which he later explained in a YouTube video. He talked about what she did to him. Aaron then filed for a restraining order against her and tried to get custody of their son. It's not clear if Aaron and Melanie made up before he died, and some sources say they reconnected shortly before his death. But fans thought it was strange that right after Aaron died, Melanie showed up with 2 moving trucks at the house where he was found. The police were still investigating, so it was odd that she was allowed to do that, and why she needed 2 trucks if she didn't even live there full time.
She meant the pool. I said, how did that I didn't even know what to say. I said, well, get him.
Because of all the suspicious things around Aaron's fiancée, some fans started to wonder if she might have been one of those paid Hollywood handlers. Aaron's family relationship was also known to be toxic. He had accused his brother Nick of mistreating him and said their late sister Leslie did things to him when he was just 10, things she didn't mean to do. But it gets even creepier. Some sources say that powerful Hollywood figures, those who have been protecting Diddy for years, were involved in Aaron's tragic death. Apparently, Aaron was about to reveal big secrets about important people in the industry before he died. The last thing Aaron tweeted on November 4th, just one day before he was found, was, "Yo Kanye, let's talk man to man." Remember, Kanye was already facing huge backlash in late 2022 for his comments about Hollywood's leaders. He lost almost all his business deals and half his money within weeks. But the worst part was that just days before Aaron reached out, Kanye had exposed his personal trainer, Harley Pasternak, for allegedly threatening to have him locked up in a mental hospital.
This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California.
Kanye even shared text messages from Harley Pasternak, and in one message, Harley gave Kanye an ultimatum. He said Kanye had to meet with him, or he would send him to a mental institution where they would medicate the crap out of you and turn him into a zombie forever. Harley also added, "Play date with the kids just won't be the same." You might wonder how a celebrity trainer could have the power to do that. It turns out Harley used to work for the Canadian government's Department of National Defense at a military facility that studied substances and psychological operations. But it wasn't just Harley threatening Kanye. After Kanye started exposing the powerful people controlling the industry, he said Diddy was texting him nonstop, trying to meet in person and asking for Kanye's address. Kanye wasn't fooled and replied, "This ain't a game. I'ma use you as an example to show the people who told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me. I told you this was war. Now go on and get you some business." Just when the story seemed unbelievable, new reports suggest Diddy may have done something to Aaron Carter when he was a young pop star. Aaron's parents pushed him into music early, leaving him with managers and handlers. Rumor has it Diddy pulled Aaron into his wild party world, which may have played a part in Aaron's struggles with addiction. Now, with federal investigators connecting the mysterious deaths linked to Diddy, there's hope the truth about Aaron Carter's story will finally come out. What's even more heartbreaking is that Aaron might not have been the only boy Diddy targeted. He could be just one of many who were hurt this way. Justin Bieber recently welcomed his first child with his wife, Hailey, a son named Jack Blues Bieber. But despite this happy news, there are worrying reports about Justin still struggling with mental health problems, possibly from trauma during his early music career. There are rumors that Justin was also hurt by Diddy, and maybe others in the industry. Now, with Diddy facing a new lawsuit from a man who says he was attacked at one of Diddy's parties, fans are concerned about Justin and what he went through. People close to Justin say that even with the joy of his new baby, his behavior hasn't really improved.
Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory.
Justin Bieber was recently seen losing his temper with young fans, which worried his friends. They say he has serious anger issues that haven't been dealt with. Many believe his emotional struggles come from trauma during his early music career. Some wonder if something terrible happened to him involving Diddy and others, especially with more allegations about Diddy coming out. Diddy's legal problems got worse recently with Derek Lee Cardello Smith, a prisoner who stopped Diddy from selling some of his big houses. Smith says that back in 1997, at one of Diddy's parties, Diddy drugged his drink and attacked him while he was unconscious. Diddy's lawyers recently visited Smith in jail and tried to offer him a $2.3 million settlement. This new lawsuit adds to the long list of serious claims against Diddy and raises more questions about his power and behavior in the industry.
Everything that you're looking at, they're all tied in together. Every part, as crazy as it seems, as outrageous as it seems, it all ties in. Every bit of it, every facet.
Diddy's legal team reportedly hoped that offering Derek Lee Cardello Smith $2.3 million would stop him from filing a lawsuit about his claims. The meeting where the offer was made happened in a jail visitor center, with the lawyers acting as witnesses. Some people see this as a possible indirect admission from Diddy. According to Smith's complaint, in 1997, he was working as a bartender at a restaurant in Detroit when he was invited to a party at the Holiday Inn where Diddy was. At first, Smith thought Diddy seemed surprisingly down to earth, but things quickly turned dark. Smith says he was part of a group with some women and Diddy. When Diddy started showing interest in him, Smith moved away to sit on a couch. Later, when Smith went to get another drink, Diddy insisted he drink one that Diddy gave him. This is where Smith's story takes a serious and troubling turn.
He stated that he would make me an offer to end the case and what happened to me because of other things that he stated he has going on in his life.
In his lawsuit against Diddy, Derek Lee Cardello Smith says that after drinking a drink Diddy gave him at a party, he started feeling dizzy and soon passed out. Smith claims that Diddy admitted to spiking the drink and told him he would get what he wanted one way or another. Now Smith is suing Diddy for $100 million. After the lawsuit was filed, Diddy tried to sell his property in Los Angeles, but Smith argued this was to avoid paying him if he won the case. The judge agreed and put a 90-day hold on the sale. These new details have brought back rumors about Diddy's inappropriate behavior toward young male stars like Usher and Justin Bieber. Justin, who was once a popular teen star, has had a difficult time with personal issues. Many people think his problems might be connected to his early experiences in the music industry, especially with people like Diddy. What was once a bright career for Justin has changed a lot, and fans and insiders are paying close attention to his struggles.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing.
As Justin Bieber faces challenges in his career, old rumors about his early days in the music industry are coming back. One disturbing story involves his time with Diddy, especially a well-known video showing them spending 48 hours together when Justin was only 15. These rumors have grown into serious accusations, with some saying Diddy may have taken advantage of Justin and even shared him with others in the industry. There are also talks about a secret group of people who protect each other in the entertainment world. Usher, who also lived with Diddy when he was a young artist, is said to have introduced Justin to Diddy. This connection raises more concerns, especially because of strange comments made by L.A. Reid, who helped launch the careers of both Usher and Justin. Reid once called Justin a gift from Usher, which some fans found worrying. He also made unusual remarks in his memoir about Justin's looks, comparing him to a beautiful woman.
I saw this kid. You have to see him. I was like, okay. Not particularly excited. Okay, bring him by. So he brings Usher to my office at 14 years old.
Fans have long guessed that Justin Bieber was hurt and used by people in the music industry. Some think his 2020 music video for Yummy might secretly talk about his past. In the video, there's a dinner party with rich, older people and some strange scenes, like a cake turning into a picture of young Justin. Along with clips of Justin partying with Diddy and others, many believe he was hinting at the darker side of his early career. In one video, Justin looks very drunk, and in another, he's in a troubling situation at a party with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr., which adds fuel to these rumors. The situation also echoes the tragic fate of Aaron Carter, another star whose struggles with fame and exploitation ultimately led to his untimely death. In this grim narrative, both young men, though on different paths, seem to have fallen victim to the toxic forces of the entertainment industry, leaving them to navigate their trauma without the support they needed. One person wrote, Aaron Carter, Justin Bieber. Their childhood photo looks so much the same they could be brothers. It's tragic that everywhere Diddy Combs go and everything and everyone he touch turns to depression, addiction, fear, and death. Diddy Combs is a monster. Another one added, all these poor innocent children victimized by Diddy. He's destroyed so many lives. I really hope he never gets out. I hope they jail all the people involved. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.